Hi, this is Leslie, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you my first Graphics Fairy Design Team journal. It's been made using an old book cover from an old French book, and the book itself was falling apart, and it had come loose from the spine, and the spine was pretty trashed. So it gave me the opportunity to repurpose it for this. And it's tied with a silk velvet ribbon and has a little cluster here with the garden tag. And I made a new spine, and it made it wider as well, expanded it. That's the back. I've added some little corners because the corners were a little mashed. So open it up. And this paste down end paper is from the Graphics Fairy French Blue and Cream Ephemera bundle. And I just added some little leafy trim here. And I didn't embellish anything because I thought this is like the inside of the house, and if you look out, this is what you're looking at. And this is from the Chateau Life bundle. Return the page. And I want to add that all the digitals are from the Graphics Fairy Premium site. And there's a wonderful selection of whatever you might need. So I've made a pocket here from a little heart that I've had for some time. I did not make the heart itself. It's like slow stitched. But I thought it would make a great pocket for this. So it's got a little antique card, and you could journal on the back. And then over here is some old wallpaper with a lace pocket and another antique trade card with space on the back. I've used a lot of trade cards and Victorian ephemera in here. I have a lot in my own collection, so I'm able to do that. Over here, you have, this is from the Graphics Fairy, and I made a pocket from this really interesting trim that kind of looks like a vine, and embellished it with some leaves, and then another Victorian little card. This is from, on this page is from an antique artist sketchbook, and this is very obviously, I think, a garden, so I had to put this in. And there's another sketch from the book, and then a Victorian scrap. And this is from an old bird book, getting tongue-tied. And these are a couple of pockets here. A tuck over here. This is an old 1895 ledger with gorgeous writing. We have an embossed envelope. And this is actually got some goodies in it. And this old postcard, this has got a tuck here. And an old envelope. It's an old French letter. And part of an old receipt. A long skinny pocket with a tag. Long skinny tag that I made. And you can, there's some places to write on the back. And this is a little tag that slips in here as well. The belly band here with some crepe paper ruffles, and a trade card with journaling space on the back. This is the center of the signature. Obviously from the Graphics Fairy. I think this is from the Secret Garden bundle. And a pocket with an old postcard. And a tuck with an antique card for journaling. These are antiques. Rest of that ledger. And this has an illustration from the book itself and an old French label. And then this folds out. And it's from an 1859 Peterson's Magazine children's fashions right there. I have another long pocket I made, and then long tag to journal on. This was pasted on the inside of the book, 1869. So it tells you how old that cover is. And here's sort of another signature, and this is from the Chateau Life bundle. And a nice old card here. And here we have an envelope with, this is the title page that was from the book. The envelope's from 1932, I think. And it's very fragile, so you couldn't put anything heavy in it. And this is a little Victorian scrap. More ledger. This is a treated napkin. And then this is my favorite because it was, I'm getting glare, if I can fix that. This was my inspiration for the whole thing, with these girls coming through the garden. And it's just made from a frame, and then I trimmed it with this leaf trim, and it's covered with a piece of mica. And there's some stenciling there, and here with texture paste. This is from an old plant book. And here we have a tuck with an old calling card. And this is from the Graphics Fairy collage. I don't know if it's actually a bundle, but it's a collage printable. And then I made a embossed frame of this little girl. This is another, the center of the signature. And there's a couple of little charms, garden charms here. And this is from the Chateau Life again. And these are embossed journaling cards. This is from the Heritage Wallpaper, and this is from the Coffee and Cream on the premium, Graphics Fairy premium site. Another little tuck, the rest of that. Plant book with some punching out on the pages. And this is also from the Graphics Fairy Mini French Ephemera, I think, if I've got it right. I use so many different ones. And there'll be a list at the very end. And then this is some stamping and some texture paste. This is some antique ribbon with another antique card for journaling. And some handmade paper with inclusions or ledger. This is also from the Graphics Fairy. It's a composite of a couple of different images. Wallpaper from the Graphics Fairy premium site with a antique French letter and a little card. Pockets made from lace and an antique ribbon. And this is just a little journaling spot. I think these are from the Secret Garden bundle. And this is a pocket made with different snippets with this trade card, which is really in very nice shape. And then handmade paper with flower inclusions. And over here we have a fabric pocket with a little file folder with places you can journal here. It's got some antique documents, pieces of antique documents. This is also a composite from the Graphics Fairy. I can't remember what was there and what I put on there, but it's a combination. This is a pocket made from an antique card with some antique ephemera. And this is an antique document. It's not a copy, it's the real deal. And you have another journaling card. Use a lot of the wallpaper from the Graphics Fairy premium site. Here's the center of the signature with a piece from a French magazine, 1868. Rest of that document. A couple of little cards here. This is from the Graphics Fairy, and the other one's an antique. This is another composite that I made from the Graphics Fairy. This is vellum. This is antique. Not antique, I'm sorry. Handmade paper with some dried flowers and music. And then there's a journaling card. This is made from the Heritage Wallpaper Bundle, I believe. And then this was a copy of a little antique piece that I have. A little cloth snippet to slide it into. I love this. It's so pretty. And this is a bookmark that I made. This is what was left of the spine of the book, the original spine. So I just made it into a bookmark. So I thought it would be nice to have for whoever ends up with this journal. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. And before I go, I wanted to talk a little bit about the printables I used. So here's an example from the French and Blue Cream ephemera, and it has all these different printables in the bundle, and they can be resized, made any size you want. And so I used this one. I think I only used one or two from this because I was all over the place. And then this is the Secret Garden. So you can just see, get an idea. Here's the Heritage Wallpaper. And then this is from, this was one of my centerpieces that I used, and it's from the Chateau Life bundle. And here's some tags you can print out for that, although I did not end up using any of them. It just gives you an idea. And this is from the French Blue and Cream. This is a mixed collage page. And the sun's starting to come through my window. Anyway, I just encourage everyone who has not been part of the Graphics Fairy premium site to really look into it, because there's just a wealth of images and things to choose from, and sometimes if you're just not sure what you're going to do with your journal, it helps to just browse through. So anyway, thank you again, and bye.